So I finally got the thing that everyone's been talking about for the last couple of years. I guess it was inevitable, and it hit so hard. And I have a theory on why it hit so hard, but first things first, I have a beaver problem. So I got my hands on this trail cam, and we need to see if we can get it to work and if we can find ourselves a beaver. This is where we think he lives. There's some ice that's open, so we think that's his entrance and exit. So I'm thinking if we place the camera about around here, we will have our best shot at seeing a beaver. So I got to borrow this camera from a friend. As every other project I do around here, borrow stuff from friends. I do have great friends though, and I love them. It was a bit cumbersome because the memory cards that I had were actually too big. This only takes 32 gigs and under. I also needed a SIM card. It can MMS or email the footage, but I think I got the wrong SIM card because it says SIM for speech, and I think I need a SIM for data. So I won't be able to send footage back home, even though right now that would be nice, but I'll just leave this here and go get it in the morning and download the footage and see if we have a beaver. And now we just need to figure out where to put it. I guess my best way of catching it on camera is to point it towards the opening of the water. But since there's no screen on this and I can't email the footage, I'll just have to place it and hope that I point it in the right direction. I'm thinking maybe here, above and pointing down. Since it won't sending me anything, I'll just take this off to make it a little more anonymous, and I think that's good. I don't know if they're very scared animals and me trampling around making noise will scare them off. That would be a good thing though, but now we kind of want to see if he's here, so let's hope I didn't scare him off, even though, yeah, I'm going back to bed. Du får komma här. Här. Här, kom här. Här. Du ligger där. Så flink. Det var god. So it took 2 years before it reached me. 2 years on the date actually. March 13th, 2020 was when the country first shut down from the first wave. And March 13th this year is also when I got it, 2022. It's funny how when you go and wait for something, and it hit me pretty hard. The first 50 hours was pretty horrible. All I wanted to do was sleep. The muscles were sore, the joints were sore, my skin was sore. It hurt just to take my t-shirt off. The worst part was that it was my week with the kids, and all I wanted to do was sleep. So I went down and made them all-you-can-eat buffet and gave them the remote to the TV, and said, "Hey, we're in this together, and we just have to make the best of it." So I was upstairs sleeping. They were downstairs watching TV, and I set my alarm every hour so that I could go down and check on them. They're 5 and 8. Most of my heating on the ground floor comes from firewood, and I didn't want them to be responsible for the heat. So I set my alarm every hour so that I can go down and check and put a log in and see if everything was good. At one point, they just told me to stay out there. I was so drenched in sweat, so my daughter asked if I had taken a shower with my clothes on, and I had to think about that for a moment because the brain wasn't all that functional. It seems kind of stupid to maybe have the kids when you're that sick. All you want to do is get stroked on the head and brought drinks and stuff you want or not want, and just like don't be in charge for a couple of days. But since I had it, there was a good chance they had it too, and we didn't want to involve the grandmas and people like that, so they would catch it. But now things are good. I'm back on my feet, and I'm anxious to get my life starting again and get stuff done. Even though I've been resting, I can't think of better ways to rest. I'm only thankful that I didn't get it harder. I did not go to the hospital, and I didn't die, and I'm grateful for that. There are so many people that are more unfortunate, so all in all, I have to say I was pretty lucky. The thing is, I'm vaccinated twice, and the thing is, I probably had it when I took the third shot. I took the third shot on Thursday, and I was down on Friday, the next day. So I don't know if it was just in my body and the third shot worked like a catalyst and just made it all worse, or if it would be like that either way. I don't know, but I have talked to some people, and they say that maybe with the third shot that might have made it worse. But now it's good. I'm still not my best self, but I hopefully will get there. And now I'm most excited to go and see if we have a beaver on camera. Sånn, jenta. Jeg er flink, jente. Du er god. Du er god. Kjempebra. Ja da. Sånn, har du din tur? Okay.
And behold, we have a beaver, or at least I think that's a beaver. I missed a little with the placement of the camera, so this is what we got. But that's not good enough, so I think we need to figure something out.
Okay, so since there are no trees over there, I need to be creative and figure out a way to mount the camera. I was thinking a tripod for one of the cameras, but he feels kind of curious, and I'm afraid he will knock the tripod over. And I'm not sure if the tripod would scare him off, so we don't get the footage. But I have this thing, and I'm thinking this will blend in just perfectly. And also it is heavy enough to so that he won't move it. Hopefully, if I can get it. Yep. Only thing is that it's too heavy for me to carry over there. But I have a plan. This takes way too long. This feels like the place where he's midnight snacking. The challenge is to find the right place though. It would be so much easier to set up if I had the ability to text me the footage. That way I could have fixed it right away, but we're not trying to make it to National Geographic with this. We just want to see if there's one or more beavers. So I see there are a lot of twigs laying around, eaten, but also some ones he hasn't touched, and they are not birch. So I thought I'd bring him some birch to make a feast for him, and hopefully give him something to chew on in front of the camera. Almost like those hot dogs with bacon on it. That piece of wood is what I use to chop up firewood and behead some poultry. I've also burned a couple of muck boots on there. That's why it has a big black hole in it. I just realized that I may have paid too much attention to it to blend in, not to stand out. And I just realized that I just served him a big lump of birch to snack on, so hopefully he'll take the smaller twigs instead of my camera tripod. Oh well.